Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed SmackDown February 2nd, 2024 from Birmingham, Alabama, then you missed out on one hell of a SmackDown. And we're here to break it down for you really fast, as the road to WrestleMania is absolutely on fire. So, with that being said, hit that like, subscribe to the channel by ringing the bell, become part of the Big Patty Headquarters Wrestling community, and share with your wrestling friends as we continue to grow wrestling content here with y'all. With that being said, we started the night off by seeing Naomi officially sign her contract with SmackDown. Of course, you do see that Michin, Sachi, and Bianca was there to celebrate with her. It was a great moment for Naomi. Welcome back to the blue brand. Also, Tiffany Stratton got her contract signed as well. She is now part of the main roster. Congratulations to Tiffany. Following this, she slapped Michin so hard that she landed in the floor and could probably taste what she ate a week ago. And Nick Aldis gave Michin and Tiffany Stratton a match on SmackDown. Tiffany's first match on the main roster. She did come out victorious, so that is a great round of applause for Tiffany. Glad to see that they are using main roster NXT call-up talent in the way it should. Following that, we got introduced to our new SmackDown commentary team, Wade Barrett and Corey Graves. You could both tell that the commentary there was a little off. It was good throughout the night. Corey Graves has got his first lead role as a commentator. So don't see that being an issue. Both of them are well profound when it comes to commentary and keeping it the way it needs to be. So I'm looking for great things from both of them on this aspect. Logan Paul started off the night. He came out, talked about being a fighting champion, a defending champion, made fun of CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and everyone being hurt. That was a kind of a low side for Logan Paul, but of course that's his role at the moment. Kevin Owens did come out to try to save the day, but Logan Paul told him he set him up, got the best of him, and that he will not be getting another title shot. Austin Theory, of course, did have a match with Kevin Owens, where Kevin Owens would come out victorious after hitting the brass knuckles to Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and got the 1, 2, 3. There was a fatal 4-way tag team qualifier match. You had Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates with the LWO, with Angel and Berto. He was Humberto. They changed his name to Berto now. And then Pretty Deadly. And all the Fatal 4 is a great aspect for that. Good to see that they're doing something good with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates. They used to be a tag team once before. They have good working chemistry together from prior experiences in NXT and UK as well. With that being said, Monday we'll see the Raw side of the qualifier match begin. And then we will have the final round on SmackDown in Charlotte, North Carolina. We will get to see who will go up against Judgment Day at Elimination Chamber. We also got to see Braun Breaker. He got him a contract from SmackDown. We got really excited, hoping he was going to sign. Adam Pearce swoops in, gives him the opportunity to come to Raw and get a taste of what he can offer over there. So we'll get to see Braun Breaker on Raw as well. And then we'll probably see him back on SmackDown the following week to decide where he's going to go. It would be good to see Braun Breaker possibly on Raw. Would it help SmackDown? Absolutely. But I think Braun Breaker would do better over there on Raw with the talent they have. But with all the call-ups happening, this could build up SmackDown's roster, make it a more dominant force. You did have Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, who I believe should be called the Almighty Profits. Combine both of their names, go up against the Final Testament. It was supposed to be a 6-man tag. It never got into that. It was a straight knockout, blowout, brawl in the middle of the ring. Scarlett ended up hopping on the back of Bobby Lashley, and B-Fab, who had finally decided to show up after talking to Bobby Lashley for weeks, came out to the ring and gave a good fashion boot straight to the mouth to Scarlett, which led to Final Testament getting out of the ring. We can see this pushing towards Elimination Chamber for them to finally get a 6-on-6. We could even see a 4-on-4 at this rate with a mixed tag type style match at Elimination Chamber. We ain't seen one of those in a while. So that would be very interesting to look at going into Elimination Chamber. We also had Jade Cargill make her appearance on SmackDown. Now, the women's division on SmackDown and all around truly is very, very underrated at the moment. I don't think they got a lot of talent right there they're wanting to push yet for some reason. But Jade Cargill being added would be a huge thing for SmackDown, especially with Bianca. I can see them becoming a head-on collision heading towards WrestleMania. A lot of people would like to see them in a tag team. I would like to see Jade get pushed maybe for the women's elimination chamber. Now that we know Iyo is got a opponent at WrestleMania, Jade going up against Rhea, that'd be a wild match. I do believe at the grandest stage of them all. But hey, we got to get her a contract first. We got to figure out where she's going. So that will be hopefully figured out within the next coming weeks as well. Bayley got to give her opponent the opportunity to, of course, hear from her first thing in the ring. Damage Control, Asuka and Iyo, Kyrie saying they were giggling, laughing at her, talking about her in the locker room. So heading into the ring, we kind of knew what we was looking for, knew what I wanted to see as a spectator, as someone I would like to see Iyo be dethroned by Bayley. I think that would be a good thing for Bayley. She can finish her road and destiny to WrestleMania, and they can build off this because Dakota Kai is not happy about this. We've seen it on Twitter. She's posted. So it's going to be very interesting how they build this, but Iyo versus Bayley was the right decision here. And there it is, the card photo in all its glory, the first declared match for WrestleMania 40. So to end the night, you had Cody Rhodes coming out to address who he was going to go up against at WrestleMania 40. Roman wanted to hear it face to face. So that's what happened. Cody came out there. He talked about how he wants that title. That's the title that Bruno Sammartino held. That's the title that Dusty Rhodes had taken from him moments after winning it. He said that is the title he is taking. But he's not just going to take that from him. He's going to take everything. The aspect of the crowd, how Roman portrays their his, and the announce team, the cameraman, the universe. There's a bigger understanding than what we can understand what Cody is going for here. But he said that he had talked to a council, and the council basically decided for him that, hey, right now is not the time. You need to get Roman when he's at his, I guess, lowest, I'm assuming. I don't know how that conversation went, but I know how it ended. It ended up with the People's Champ, The Rock, standing face to face with the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, in a stare down of the century, and with a cliffhanger to end SmackDown to start February. Looks like we are finally getting what we have long awaited for. The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Now, there was no words said between the two. There was not a interaction. There was not a people's elbow. There was not a Superman punch, a spear. There was no solo. There was no Jimmy. Do we know what we're really going to get out of this? Absolutely not. We could see this at Elimination Chamber. We could see this at WrestleMania. we're all hoping that we see this at WrestleMania 40 at night 1, but not for the title. I don't think The Rock needs a title to solidify his claim of his Hall of Fame statue. And I don't think if you put it against The Rock, I don't think Roman should drop it there. So there's a lot of things that they need to make sure they do correctly. In my opinion, this is going to be a more of a head of the table top scenario. I think this needs to be just a tribal combat, kind of like what Jay was wanting to do, but did not get to truly fulfill. So, with that being said, this is your SmackDown recap. Let us know in the comments what you thought the highlights were. Are you okay with who Bayley chose? If not, tell us why. How do you feel about The Rock coming in and basically helping Cody decide where he was going to go at WrestleMania? Until next time, wrestling fans, we appreciate you all for coming and hanging out. We'll see you in the next one.